So another way that the past impacts the future is when you take your prior performance and you use that as the basis for your goals. So let me give an example. You made $1 million last year. So you use that as the basis for the goals you have this year. Okay, I made $1 million last year, so I'm going to go for 1 or 2 million, 1.5 or 2 million this year. That's using the past to shape your goals, and that is going to lead to an ineffective future that doesn't have a powerful enough impact on the present. The whole point of the future as a tool, and even of goals as a tool, is to massively impact your present. The future is a tool for shaping your present, for directing your present, for forcing you to look at things you don't want to look at. And the better you frame your future, the better you can look at the present and honestly begin examining everything you're now saying yes to. And most of the things you're saying yes to are lesser goals. They're optimizing things that shouldn't exist. And the only way to begin to figure that out, to Myron's question, is to have a much better, more powerful future that you're using to look at the present and to filter the present and to make decisions in the present. And so the future is the tool to impact the present, but it's the quality of your future that determines how you can filter the present. Because your future determines the pathways you take. The future determines what you say yes and no to. The goal shapes the path. And so to the idea of 10x is easier than 2x, going for a goal that's 10 times bigger naturally forces you to find different paths than the one you're currently on. Almost everything you're now doing can maybe 2x you, right? Maybe with more effort. Almost nothing you're doing right now can 10x you. And so that goal or that future, and there's a lot of different ways to look at it. In the science of scaling, I look at not just the scale of the goal, but the timeline of the goal. So we'll keep going, but there's a lot of but the beautiful thing about a proper...
Is there anybody else who can't breathe right now, or is it just me? Okay, thank you.
The beautiful thing about a properly framed future, the first beauty of a properly framed future is that it allows you to start being far more honest with yourself about all the things you're now doing that can't get you there. And then you have to start to grapple with, am I willing to let this go? Anyways, go ahead.
So good. So a couple things. So this is why, this whole thing you just explained is why people take their past experience, they project it on the screen of their future, they recreate the past and the present, and they think they're living in the present, but they're actually just living yesterday again. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if people are using the past as the basis for their goals, they're just repeating the past.
Okay. And so a better way to do it is to take our desired future and superimpose it on our present to see who we have to become now in order to experience that then. Am I close?
Oh, yeah.
he said, oh yeah. So when we were in Mexico, because I'm gonna share something with you you probably are not aware of about me. So when we were in Mexico, I wanted to have a conversation with you about some of your concepts, because you and I always go to level 11 million when we start talking, right? And so
Myron's one of my favorite people to talk to, by the way.
Oh, and you're one of mine. And you know one of mine.
I love this man.
And so for a long time, I would speak out, and everybody here knows this, and say, I think goals are a bad idea. Now, I like really, really a bad idea. And when you were talking in Mexico, it helped me get some clarity on why I believe setting goals is a bad idea. And so